Oddsmakers have set the over-under projected season win total for the Green Bay Packers at 8.5 wins. Do you play over or under? Find out next. From a Rockstar studio, Tony T here from Gamblers Television, covering the NFL Vegas style all season long. The Green Bay Packers finished the 2007 regular season with a 13-3 record and champions of the NFC North Division. The Packers won a home playoff game against Seattle in the divisional round, then lost to the New York Giants 23-20 at home in the NFC Championship game, denying the Packers a trip to the Super Bowl. Bret Favre decided that he wanted to continue to play football, but the Packers traded him away to the New York Jets. Fourth-year quarterback Aaron Rodgers will be the starting quarterback in the 2008 season for the Green Bay Packers. Oddsmakers have set the Green Bay Packers' projected regular season win total at 8.5 wins. Let's take a look at their schedule. Green Bay plays in the NFC North, so they will have two games with Minnesota, Chicago, and Detroit. The NFC North plays the AFC South and NFC South this year, and the Packers have difficult road games at Tennessee, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, and Jacksonville. As the first-place team in the NFC North last year, they must play the other two first-place teams from the NFC, and that brings a tough road game at Seattle, and they host Dallas. Look, the schedule is not a good one with a first-year starting quarterback for the Packers. Let's take a look at their offense. Rodgers has huge shoes to fill here for future Hall of Famer Bret Favre. Favre left on bad terms, and he wanted his starting job back with the team. Now the microscope will be on Rodgers all season, and with every loss will come more and more pressure for him to redeem himself. The concern for me with Rodgers early is how he'll handle the pressure and the crowd noise of playing on the road in the NFL. Matching their 6-2 road record with a first-year quarterback will be a very difficult chore. Now, Ryan Grant emerged on the ground last year and averaged 5.1 yards per carry. Grant was down on the depth chart last year for the Packers going into last season. He had only 6 carries going into Week 8 as the Packers were auditioning their entire roster for the position. But when it was his turn to try and win the job, he rushed for over 100 yards in Week 8 against the Denver Broncos. Grant hits the hole with speed and is also a threat out of the backfield on screen plays because he's really good in open space when running after the catch. Greg Jennings gives Rodgers a deep threat at the wide receiver position. Donald Driver is a playmaking wide receiver with the courage to go across the middle and one of the better wideouts in the NFC. Tight end Donald Lee broke out last season and has tremendous ability to run after the catch. Let's take a look at their defense now. With all the attention on Bret Favre and his offense, the play of the Packer defense was somewhat overlooked. Make no mistake, the Packers made it to the NFC Championship last year because of the improved play of their defense. A.J. Hawk and Nick Barnett are solid linebackers. The defensive line is very talented, led by Pro Bowler Aaron Catman, who registered 27.5 sacks over the past 2 seasons. Veterans Al Harris and Charles Woodson return at corner, and the team has depth backing them up. And now to my selection. 8-8 might win the NFC North this season with the difficulty of the schedule for this division that has young quarterbacks and a Lions team that can't run and play defense. The Packers will try and establish the run to set up play action for their young quarterback to protect them early. Rodgers has good arm strength, and his receivers have shown the ability to beat defenders deep, so there will still be big plays off play action. The Oddsmakers have adjusted the Green Bay Packers total down to 8.5 because of the first-year starting quarterback and their schedule. But the defense is good, and the Packers have shown the ability to run the ball, and Rodgers should be okay at home. The Pack goes 6-2 at home and 3-6 on the road. That adds up to 9. Play the Green Bay Packers over 8.5 wins for the 2008 regular season. From our Rockstar studio, this is Tony T reminding you to visit and bookmark my television show page at www.gamblerstelevision.com for continuous points-by coverage from the NFL. Gamblers Television, get addicted.